Hey YouTube, this is React Pact and I'm Nate.
I'm Rose.
I'm Nikki.
And this is the new show, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yay!
So, the thing about this show is usually I'm the one who kind of guides everybody and helps answer some questions without spoiling. Now, I have never seen this show, but Rose has.
I have.
So Rose
All
will
of it?
be
Mm-hmm.
so Rose will be our guide for this one. So I think we should say, have we seen anything of this? Because all I've seen is the beginning of a fight scene. Like I saw someone start clapping and they're moving, and then that was it. And then I saw some weird worm-looking thing, but I don't know anything else. You see anything of this?
I just when I was looking up something, I think I was looking up like something about Jujutsu Kaisen, and I saw some screenshots. So all I saw was like the art. I didn't really pay attention to what was in the screenshots, and I was like, I don't like this art. So hopefully the art doesn't creep me out too much.
The art does seem rather gruesome, but we were warned about that and decided to give it a shot anyway, because we've seen Attack on Titan, but that's about the limit of how gruesome a show we've seen. So hopefully this one's not too bad, because some shows don't even make it onto the poll, like the poll from before, because I thought it was a bit too much. So hopefully it's all right, but I'm sure that's a pretty good show, regardless.
Yeah.
So anything you want to say about the show before we get into it?
I mean, the art itself is pretty gross, but it's nothing nightmare-inducing. It's just like gross out horror type thing.
Yeah, I don't like gross out, but I can handle it. So, should we get into it?
Yeah.
All right. So, thank you guys very much for being here. So, please remember to like the video if you like the video, and subscribe if you want more. Banner on the homepage has our schedule if you're new here. And if you want to see the next episode of Jujutsu Kaisen a week early, check out the Patreon in the description.
What you know?
It's about as the best we can get.
Morning.
Straight into it.
That's evening, not morning.
Those are talismans.
Yeah.
今の君はどっちなのかな。呪術高専で1年を担当してる。
Oh, Jujutsu High.
先輩。あ？取得試験が決定した。
Secretly executed.
お電話ですよ。ユージ君が何か持ってきてほしい。
やかましい。
Yes.
そんな適当におかしいよ。
His glove.
夕方行きます。
Coming anyways. Yeah.
空っぽです。マジで。ウケるね。夜の散歩だな。ぶん殴りますよ。それ、取り戻すまで帰ってきちゃダメだから。
Wow. Ryan did a roll.
今度マジで殴ろう。
Okay.
なんだそれは。
ラグビー場が閉鎖されているのはご存知ですね。
ああ、体調不良で入院した部員まで出たからな。
おかしいと思いませんか。あの屈強な
That
ラ
guy
ン
is
ナーがですよ。
He's like in a different anime he's drawn.
奇妙な物音や声を聞いたそうです。そこでこの30年前の新聞記事です。建設会社の吉田さんが行方不明になったという事件。最後の目撃情報はここ。建設途中の杉沢第三高校。
He's underneath
金
the...
類に行き詰まった吉田さんは闇金に手を出し、その筋の組織にも狙われていた。つまり一連の騒ぎの原因はラグビー場に埋められた吉田さんの本領の仕業だったのです。
いや、マダニが原因だそうだ。
Ticks.
マダニ。大型の吸血虫。
噛まれることによって感染する重症な人が
High speed speech.
It can be.
だからなんだ。気の遊びじゃないんだよ。そもそも一番の問題は
He's just holding his glasses.
お前の席が丘県ではなく陸上部にあり、同好会規定に定める最低人員3名に達していない。ちょっと丘県って書いたけど。俺が書き換え。
What?
陸上部顧問高木。いたのに全国制覇にはお前が必要だ。生徒より問題のある教師が来てしまった。
Teacher more problematic.
I don't think he can do that, coach.
ダメなの？だが俺も鬼ではない。俺が負けたらお前のことは諦めよう。正々堂々。
Look at his eyes.
He's just clueless.
面白い。やってんや。
What's happening? National record.
Wow.
虎取っていう 命なの。
Ninja Warrior.
It's a reincarnation.
死んでねえだろ、見る。
America's not dead yet. The Western Middle.
マコンが言われてるんだろう。俺の本気を伝え。
Wow.
大体30
No.
メートル。
30.
トラってよりゴリラじゃない。
ピッチャー投げだったな。
That was a pitcher's
それ
throw.
よりあんた運動部のが向いてるよ。
じゃあ先生、俺用事あるんで。
Oh.
It just put his punch on top of him.
He has
おい
a
お前、安すぎんだろ。
He's going to
3秒で走るらしいぜ。
see a car.
No one finds this abnormal.
言うとりがよ。
Weren't you the one
He
that
just
raised
died.
him?
He just died. Oh my gosh.
Nah.
Okay.
Black's upbringing.
Poses.
Dead.
救えるやつは救ってくれ。早くてもいい。感謝されなくても気にするな。とにかく一人でも多く助けてやれ。お前は大勢に囲まれて死ね。俺みたいになるなよ。
Did he really just die?
じいちゃん。
Crap.
はい、どうされました？もしもし、虎杖さん？
I mean,
じいちゃん。死にました。話がしたい。今。急なんですけど、悪いが時間がない。お前が持っている呪物はとても危険なものだ。今すぐ俺に渡せ。呪物？これだ。ああ、はいはい。拾ったわ。
and you just took it?
俺は別にいいけどさ、先輩らが気に入ってんだよね。深いな死者。行方不明者は年平均1万人を超える。そのほとんどの原因は呪いだ。
Most of them.
呪い？お
What
前
is he doing? He's just lying down.
続けるぞ。
Oh, go on.
特に学校や病院には膨大な怨念がたまりやすい。審査、後悔、恥辱、人間の負の感情が呪いの源になる。だから多くの学校など魔除けとしての呪物を密かに置いていた。
Seems counterintuitive.
Right?
持っているのもそれだ。魔除けならむしろありがたいんじゃないの？最後まで聞け。
Bruh.
より邪悪な呪物を置くことで他の呪いを寄せつけない激毒。魔除けとは名ばかりの悪臭だ。年月とともに封印が緩み、今や呪いを招き、超えさせる餌に転じた。
Okay, so it is stupid.
Yeah.
お前が持っているのは特級に分類される危険なものだ。こら、俺が追ってきたのは箱にこびりついた懺悔か。
Wow.
中身はだから先輩が持ってるってなんだ。そういや今夜学校であれの札剥がすって言ってた。やばいなんてもんじゃない。そいつ死ぬぞ。
Is he talking about the girl and guy from
Yeah.
the club?
Yeah. Senpai.
Yeah, I've seen that.
You're okay with touching that?
これ何なの？
Wrap it back. Wrap it
Rub it
back.
back best.
Put it back up.
これが花大だ。相変わらず気配がめちゃくちゃだ。
Fight, fight, fight.
Slurp, slurp. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
食っていいぞ。あいつに言われた通り待つだけなのか。
Yes, Naruto.
何ビビってる。スカイだ。
Wait, they start spawning? Alright.
That was weird.
短期で観光もの見舞いなんて俺以外来やしねえ。 俺みたいになるなって確かにな。くそ、人間ごと呪物を取り込むんだ。間に合うね。
You're not moving though. What?
来たのに。じいちゃんは正しく死ねたと思うよ。
Will be better?
違ったし。
never mind. Oh,
Now you can kill it.
Yeah.
what about the small ones? Oh, there we go.
よくやった。
He's like, nom 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 nom.
特級呪物、両面スクナの指だ。
Ryomen
その
Sukuna.
食われなかったのも奇跡だ。食ってどうすんだ。うまいのか。また言う。より
It's like, does it taste good?
危ないからさっさと渡せ。はいはい。逃げろ。 頭回んねえ。
Concussion.
たまにあいつら連れて逃げろってのがわかんねえのか。お前だってやばい。
Because he's so agile.
He's super athletic, remember?
呪いは呪いでしか払えない。お前じゃ勝てないんだ。そんなこと言ってる場合か。それじゃお前は死ぬんだろ。
He broke his arm?
I don't
Break his arm?
think so.
こっちはこっちで人を助けろ。めんどくせえ呪いかかってんだわ。
Oh, he got hit.
Oh,
no.
nice
There goes
animation.
the. Oh no, oh no. Grab it, grab it. Oh!
俺に起こってお前も取られるぞ。食ってどうすんだ。うまいのか。バカ言うな。より強い呪力を得るためだ。
Oh, he's gonna eat it.
あるじゃねえか。全員助かる方法。俺に知力があればいいんだろ。シグナ。やめろ。
Yum.
Yummy! He just ate a finger.
This here. That was nasty.
There's a 1 in a million chance that he doesn't.
All right. Oh. That worked fast.
Right? Oh,
Oh.
Hello.
oh no, he got taken over.
He's getting naked.
No!
特級呪物が受肉しやがった。呪霊の肉などつまらん。人は女はどこだ。いい時代になったものだな。女も子供も宇治のように湧いている。素晴らしい。大札だ。
Oh.
人の体で何してんだよ。バイセン。お前、なんで多く。いや、俺の体だし。
He's like, well, it's my body.
抑え込まれる。動くな。お前はもう人間じゃない。は？呪術規定に基づき、味方に有事。お前を呪いとして払う。
Previews.
What? Okay. Discussion.
Discussion!
Okay.
So this definitely follows the 3-episode rule. It gets a lot more exciting in episode 2 and 3.
A lot more exciting. I mean, that was pretty exciting.
Yeah, that was right off the bat, immediately into it with the first splash screen, kind of like ReZero, where we start with wait.
They did.
Yeah, ReZero. We started with like this weird scene, and we're like, what's going on?
What's happening.
Yeah, but this was a little bit more, a lot more epic.
A lot of time, it's a little hard to get into it sometimes, where something incredible happens to the main character, like 1 in a million chance.
Mm-hmm.
But I do prefer these days anime just get it out of the way, because you know the main hero is the main hero for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So just, okay, he's super powerful for this. let's get into the show. You know, I don't mind it as much as I used to. So, in the beginning, we saw that guy with gray hair and a thing over his eyes. I thought that was the black-haired guy, but I'm now thinking that's not him. No.
No, it's two different people.
Yeah, because the white hair. It's just the hairstyle looks very similar.
Yeah, well, everybody has spiky hair in this anime.
At first, I thought he had a split personality, but evidently it's because he's got this Ryoka guy, you know.
And the guy said that our main character, I didn't catch his name. Itadori. Okay. He has to be executed for some reason. I'm guessing it has something to do with this curse that he just swallowed. And now has both this cursed being in him and his own subconscious or his own consciousness fighting for control. And he can maintain control still. So I guess that's what makes him special.
So his grandpa was probably something special as well.
Yeah.
But probably a more selfish crusader, perhaps, which is why he gave him that advice.
He's like, don't be alone.
Yeah.
Save people if you can. I knew him saying save people meant he
knew something was
knew
up.
something's up. Yeah.
So, I already mentioned in the reaction. So, people keep a cursed object to ward off other curses, but eventually the cursed object's seal wears down if you don't maintain it.
Mm-hmm.
So, eventually it just unleashes a bigger curse on your area.
Yeah. A new curse comes and eats it.
Now, is that a show invention or an actual concept? Because I know they've got like shrines and shrine keepers in Japan. So I wonder if the shrine keeper part of that is to upkeep the talismans, maybe.
I think the shrine is different because the shrines are usually for the gods of the area is to say thank you. But whereas like a cursed object, it's not exactly the same. I do know that.
So is that just a show invention?
I have no idea. I never looked.
Probably, to be honest, but.
I did think before this show, I thought having too many talismans in one place would have the opposite effect and would create a cursed energy, like in your place if you have a lot of talismans. But like, the thing is absolutely wrapped in a talisman, so I don't know. I just know this from other shows.
Yeah, that just you wouldn't think that would make any sense because if I'm using this talisman to ward off curses. I'm basing off the example you just gave.
Mm-hmm.
I would expect that if this is supposed to be good, then an infinite amount of them should be good. But if there's a critical overload, that would then suggest that each of them have a little bit of bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so, what is this black-haired guy wanting to get the cursed object for? Is he just wanting to rid the school of it, or what was he gonna do with it?
Well, from what I gather, based off the fact that at the beginning the guy mentioned Jujutsu High, that there's some kind of organization that watches out for these kind of things, and they don't necessarily take back the cursed objects, but because that field, like everybody got sick, like he noticed something was going on here, and he tracked it down to it's got to be the cursed object here, something basically a malfunction, and so he goes check it out and it's gone, and then he realizes it's a much bigger deal than he thought it was at first.
So our cult club friends were right.
Yeah. Well, he did say it was a special grade, so I guess not all of them are quite this.
Yeah, I think they were right in that it was a curse, but they were wrong what it was. Because I don't think it had anything to do with that businessman.
Businessman?
Remember they're showing a picture of the businessman who took loans out?
No, they said he was buried there.
Yeah.
And so their idea of what it was is not, but most likely it was the curse and stuff.
I'm thinking that thing that we saw like surfing underneath the ground was probably from the businessman.
Yeah.
But it in itself wouldn't have been enough. The finger was like influencing the area, I think, and making things worse.
Yeah, because he, black-haired dude, did say that he wondered if there was a dead body buried in the area because there was so much cursed energy around.
Yeah.
I got Mob Psycho vibes from this.
Oh my gosh, yes! I was gonna bring that up with the whole club. From we entered the club, it was like wait.
Yeah, it's exactly
it was Mob Psycho. It really was. It's
even got the main female girl senpai who's like super into it, and the huge guy who's like backing him up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, I realize there also are just some nerd stereotypes, so maybe not necessarily an homage to it, but I did get those vibes. You have anything? I've just been going down that list.
Grandpa died.
Grandpa.
Yeah. Surprisingly, the whole grandfather thing doesn't become too. It's almost irrelevant from
Yeah,
this point forward until, other than him saying "save people."
Yeah. So his last words to him really stuck with him. But yeah, I was gonna say like that moment when he died, even the scene of him saying Grandpa's dead, like right before he said it, it wasn't particularly poignant.
Yeah.
It was a little light.
Like, let's just get this plot point out of the way, kind of.
Yeah, but then their cinematics with like the screen going to black and switching scenes, that was a little bit more sober. So it was enough for me to say, okay, that's enough respect for the death of Grandpa. Otherwise, it would have been like, really?
So that sets me down the mental path of, if the Grandpa thing never comes up this season, that means that A, he's actually was a really big deal, and they're saving him for way down the line story points, like he was a huge deal, or he was just talking about his life and he had nothing to do with any of that.
Yeah.
And there's something else that makes him strong.
Yeah. I'm. It's interesting. Another point for the show is it, kind of throwing back to what you had said earlier, to kind of get the super OP protagonist thing out of the way, was he is really OP. Like
already.
Like right off the bat, he is so physically talented, and I guess their weakness that they gave him is that he's not interested in that side of his abilities. He wants to do his own thing. Like before his grandfather died, it was all about his grandfather. He only wanted to be in the occult club because it was the only one that ended before 5.
Yeah.
So he could get to the hospital, and I'm guessing that's like within visiting hours.
I think so. Yeah.
I figure that's what it is.
7 o'clock's usually cut off for.
Right. So he wanted to be there with him. Anyways, but yeah, he's incredibly strong, and I mean, he was able to fight the cursed thing.
Yeah, he's like swinging him around, and he's just fine. He's having a conversation at the same
Right?
time.
I mean, before he even saw the thing, he slammed him into the ground.
Yeah.
4 tiles were breaking, and he wasn't scathed.
Yeah.
So he's.
He got hit like once.
I mean, breaking the world record of the shot put should be. He's super strength.
Yeah.
He's definitely super strength because he dented that goalpost.
Yeah.
And he had broken the record already. You know.
Yeah.
And I immediately forgot what I was gonna say.
That's all right.
Go ahead.
But yeah, I'm getting Naruto-ish, mostly Goku vibes from him, in that he's just trying to be good and do his thing, and I'm guessing the black-haired guy is gonna be his Sasuke Vegeta.
Sasuke Vegeta.
I bring those examples up, but it is a tried and tested material. If you have the light side and the good but tends towards dark side paired duo, and they vibe off each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like aggressive good.
Aggressive good.
Yeah.
And this also, the whole scene in the school reminded me of this video game, I think Japanese video game called Oni, where this is huge ogre looking scary. It's basically just human faces, but they're distorted on these blue bodies. It's a Japanese pixel horror game, and that's the exact thing I thought of when I saw all of that. And maybe a few of you know what I'm talking about, but it's not a good game, but it's legendary for it was very scary for its time. Yeah. Anything else?
He swallowed the cursed object.
Yeah.
Like he's just learning about what curses are. It's like, he said you can only fight a curse if you are a curse. I'll become a curse now. Like you don't even think of the repercussions of what you're doing. That was kind of crazy that he did that, but I don't know. And then where he's just so amazing that he can still control his body while being with this other being in him.
Swallows it, dies, the end.
Yeah, right? Can you
That's the
imagine?
end of the show.
Now let's rewind to his earlier life, because that's what the show is about.
That would have
I
been
don't know.
so funny and awful, because by
Right.
the time we get to the season, it would have just been his death.
Yeah.
Like, we all know he's gonna die.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It rewinds to Grandpa's era.
Grandpa's time.
You have anything written down there?
No. I was trying to pick up like little things that we needed to know later, but pretty much everything we needed to know was pretty
Put out there.
put on the table for us, real clear.
And now you run into the issue I have with writing things down. It's very hard to bring up things when you know how everything turns out.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is why I usually just add flavor, like flavor text, where I brought up, like monasteries right here, blah blah blah. But yeah. All right, are we done then?
Yeah. Or I am.
Yes. Other than the fact that when he was taken over and he was still controlling his body, the guy thought to himself, whoever was controlling his body, was like, he's suppressing me, and it looked like he was going back
Going
to
away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was like falling asleep.
Yeah. I think he completely went away because by the time he turned to look at the black-haired guy, the eyes at the side were gone.
Yeah. I'm thinking he's probably going to have to play a game of Runaway and convince this guy I'm not actually... I doubt it. Well, he could probably kill him if he's not defending himself. But he's going to have to just evade and calm down. And that's probably where the white-haired guy is going to come in.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, guys, we're going to get into the next episode to get a week ahead. And a reminder, if you want to get a week ahead and see the next episode early, check out Patreon in the description. It's $5 for a full month. And you get all our shows a week ahead that we can give you. So thank you guys for being here. And if you guys like the video, please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Banner is on the homepage. I will see you guys next time. Reacts Pact. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, bye.
Thank you very much to our patrons, Damien, Docholfin, Taylor Mitchell, Kay, Aldo De La Rosa, and John.